What's up, guys? This is Ty Zen broadcasting from Pacific Beach in San Diego, California. In this video, I want to explain what is a weight shift, okay, and how many your body can do before it has to reset again, okay. I'll explain in this video, and then in future videos, I'll explain to you how to use the weight shift to increase your power and speed in sports, all right? So in this video, I just want to define what a weight shift is so that in the future videos, when you guys hear me talk about it, you'll know what it is, okay? So a weight shift is anytime, this is considered a neutral position, because in this position, I am not committed anywhere. I'm not committed going forward, this way, or backwards, okay? So when I do that, I can go anywhere, okay? A weight shift occurs when I go to make a move. So if I want to step forward with this right leg and I lean over here to take a step, okay? Every human being has to do that. They have to shift their weight to the other side to do this, okay? And that's called a weight shift. So the human body and all animals in nature are capable of around 3 weight shifts and a neutral before they can, and that's one cycle of a weight shift, okay? So it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, and then neutral. Let me do that, guys, again so you guys can see it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, neutral. Now, I'm exaggerating this, guys, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. But if you stand up and just do it yourself, you'll see, okay? Now, if you don't see it, open your legs up a little bit wider than shoulder width, and then do it, and you'll really, really feel what I'm talking about. So it looks like this now, right? 1, 2, 3, neutral, okay? So that has to happen with every human being, okay? So that's the first thing that you got to understand about a weight shift. The second thing that you want to understand about the weight shift is that your body is pulled to the earth every time there's a weight shift that occurs, okay? So when I take a step, and I'm going to exaggerate it by standing a little bit wider than my neutral shoulder width, guys. But when I take a step this way and I go this way, notice that my body is lower now. And then when I bring it back over here, right, it's lower. And then in order for me to regain my original height and my neutral position again, I have to raise my body back up and fight against gravity and stand back up, okay? So watch it again, right? 1, 2, 3, neutral, and notice how my body sinks into the ground as I make each step, all right? This is very important to know, because you need to know where your body is at all times, and where it's at vertically in relationship to the opponents, okay? When you are there are certain stages in the weight shift where your body cannot generate the maximum power and speed, and then there are at certain weight shifts, your body can generate maximum power and speed. So it's important to know this so that when you make contact with your opponent in sports, you will know the time in which you can generate maximum power and speed, and you can know when the opponent cannot generate maximum power and speed, okay? So, and I'll show you guys that in a different video. In this video, I just want to define and explain to you the terminology and what it is, okay? So the other thing too is that I mentioned about what the weight shift is. I mentioned about that you can only do it 3 times, and then the neutral before you can, and that consists of 1 cycle. And then the other thing too is that when you step outside, if you stand here in a shoulder width in a neutral position, and you were to stand on 1 leg, right, and you draw a circle like this around you with that leg, the length of that circle, right, as far as you can extend your toes out or your feet out without having to shift your weight into this, okay? So you notice how if I put my foot on this circle right here, I can do it without having to shift my weight back into my right leg. Though my body weight can still consist in this leg. So as long as you're in this position and you don't step outside of what this is called your circle base or your natural base, then that constitutes just being not using a weight shift, okay? So if you step outside your base, then for sure you have to use up one of your weight shifts, okay? So the advantage of that, to knowing that, is that when you make contact with your opponent in sports, if you're able to maintain your position inside your own base, then you don't have to waste a weight shift, but the opponent has to, okay? So that's one of the reasons why you guys see in the old days in the martial arts that a lot of opponents, a lot of good martial artists, they'll stand in one place and they won't step outside of their base. That way they can maintain their 3 weight shifts and make the opponent use up one of his, okay? So that's important right there. So in the next video, I'll talk a little bit more about the circle base and your natural base, and what happens when you stay inside your base and what happens when you step outside your base, so that you guys know when you can generate maximum power and when you cannot generate maximum power, all right? So thanks for watching this video, and if you guys like these power and speed videos that I do, I invite you guys to subscribe to my channel. Go to my blog, modernsportstraining.com/newsletter, and subscribe to my sports training newsletter as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.